Everyone is saying it. If Arsenal beat West Ham, we've only gone and done it. We've gone and won the Premier League after 22 years of suffering. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be doing a match prediction today for our game against West Ham. A very important one. A lot has changed since the last Premier League game we played against Fulham. We had a nice, comfortable 3-0 win. We've just advanced to the Champions League final. We have a lot to celebrate. And the glory does not end there. West Ham are an interesting team for a few reasons. A, we haven't had a great time at West Ham away. We've won a few, we've lost a few. And I remember one of the seasons, well, for a few of the seasons, on occasions, we've dropped points at West Ham. And they're almost part of that list of bogey teams for Arsenal. I think it's like a common theme, like all these lower league teams are becoming bogey teams for us. But Arsenal, nonetheless, have a job to do. And that job is obviously to win. The reason why it's important we win is because we are 2 points ahead of City. Because they managed to drop 2 points against Everton. They did us a favour. And we need to make sure that we're on point. West Ham, they're fighting relegation. They got smashed up by Nottingham Forest. So they're going to play their hearts out to avoid that relegation. Because they obviously want to stay in the Prem. The great thing about this is, aside from the Premier League and winning the Cup, is we have a fan base that actually wants to cheer us on. And that fan base is Tottenham Hotspur. No matter what you guys say, Tottenham fans, I think you can all agree that you definitely want us to win. Now, the quotes are, we just want West Ham to lose. We don't want Arsenal to win. But deep down, you know what you want. You want the Arsenal win. We want the Arsenal win. But the more the merrier. Why this win is crucial? Because you have Burnley afterwards and you have Crystal Palace away. That means you're 2 games away after playing West Ham from winning the Premier League title. The Premier League title is what all fans have been crying out for 22 years. 22 years of misery is what we're crying out for. And I feel like this time is the time where Arsenal step up and actually grab the ball by the horns and say, we're taking the Premier League title home. West Ham haven't had a bad run, to be honest. They've had 2 draws, 2 wins and 1 loss in their last 5. Arsenal, we beat Atletico, we beaten Fulham, we drew against Atletico, beat Newcastle, and obviously we was on that little drought of winning games. So we kind of picked it up. I did tell you guys, May, things are back to normal. April, It's not great for Arsenal, and I feel like that's where we dropped the points. But the momentum shift is in our favour now. Arsenal going out there, getting the job done. Okay, it's not pretty. I do agree. The football up front needs to improve. The goal output needs to improve. They did, however, prove me wrong, and a lot of us wrong, with the Fulham game. The Fulham game, I did not expect 3 goals. I thought it'd be a 1-0 goal, 1-0 win. But, I mean, Gyökeres, 2 goals, Saka assist, Saka goal. It just goes to show that Arsenal can actually put things together when the minds come together. In other news, some positive reinforcements are joining Arsenal, and that person is Mikel Arteta. He's not going to be playing against West Ham. He's not going to be due back for them. But there are talks that he'll be fit for the Champions League final. And Mikel Arteta, he's like that hidden gem. He can just pull out a goal when you least expect it. I mean, if you remember that Newcastle game, start of the season, he headed in that goal that made us level on scoreline. And then afterwards, we scored from the corner within the space of like 5 minutes. Mikel Arteta came on and was an impact sub. I want to talk a little bit about the Atletico game. I mean, Arsenal grinded the result out. The defending was immaculate, but with West Ham, I'm afraid a little bit because I think with Spanish teams, we've kind of got rid of that curse that Arsenal always lose against Spanish teams. But with West Ham, their style of play is different. They have a great coach. They have a decent team. They haven't had the best season, of course, when you're fighting relegation. And I feel like West Ham will come at us full force. Arsenal, recently, I'll probably say in the last month or so, haven't looked great when it comes to pressure. When we get pressured early, we seem to crumble. We did soak it up really well against Fulham, and I'm hoping we do the same with West Ham. West Ham have some great players that can definitely do some damage. Obviously, we've got Jared Bowen. They got Mavropanos at centre back. He scored a few from corners as well. Saka as well, who's quite good at defending. And they got Somerville. I think Somerville is great. He's like a Timu Sterling. I'll call Somerville Timu Sterling. No disrespect to him, but that dribble style and the shooting gives me that old school Sterling vibe. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I get. I get that old school Sterling vibe. Miles Lewis-Skelly. He needs to start midfield. I feel like him and Rice in midfield will be great. Skelly, he's impressed me. 2 games in midfield, 2 wins. The Fulham game, I feel like solidified his spot moving forward. And even against Atletico, big stage, played really well. Obviously, didn't get an assist like the first ever game playing against Atletico. But nonetheless, we need Miles Lewis-Skelly starting in that midfield role, moving forward, especially playing as a left-footed player, passing to the left side. Now, let's talk about what the team sheet's going to look like. David Raya, goalkeeper. Right back, Timber, I don't think he's going to be back. So we're going to go with Ben White. 2 centre-backs, I'm going to say the dynamic duo. Gabriel and Saliba. Left back, we're going to go with Calafiori. He's been playing phenomenal as well. And I feel like he's a bit more attacking. Hincapié gave a great ball to Gyökeres, but I feel like Calafiori moving forward is really good. And the reason why I want Calafiori to start, because I feel like if we get an early 2 goals like we did against Fulham, sub off Calafiori because he's made out of glass, bring Hincapié on, and I think we could take it home. Midfield, I'm going to go with Miles Lewis-Skelly. Playing great. I think we can all agree he deserves his spot. Zubimendi, you got to warm up the bench, brother. Declan Rice on the right side. Number 10, Eze. He had a great game against Fulham. Decent against Atletico as well. But I'd rather him start over Ødegaard. I do not want Ødegaard starting. For this game, Bukayo Saka needs to start on the right. 1 assist, 2 goals in the last 2 games. He needs to start. I think the old Saka's back. Left wing, I'm going to go with Martinelli this time because I feel like he's rested both games coming off the bench. And I feel like Arteta would like to give some of the Champions League players rest because of the midweek fixture. And up front, I'm going to stick with Gyökeres, who's played absolutely incredible. The last game, powerhouse. Created space, running, everything. And even in the Fulham game, assisted, 2 goals. He has been playing really, really well in the last 2 games, Victor Gyökeres. And, 21 goals, I don't think is bad for this season, considering he's had no service. I think Victor Gyökeres with 21 goals right now is a great, great goal tally for a striker that's got no service, first year in the league, and in the Champions League final, and about to lift the Prem if they can obviously beat West Ham. What is my scoreline going to be? That's the interesting question. I feel like the way West Ham are, the way they got bullied by Nottingham Forest, I feel like they will come out and probably score a goal, be honest. So I'm going to go for a 4-1 victory to Arsenal. I know it's very broad. I know I'm very ambitious, saying 4. But I feel like what they did to Fulham, I think they could definitely do to West Ham. Even though it is away, but I have confidence in my team scoring goals. And I want them to score at least 3-4 because the momentum needs to carry on. After the West Ham game, we've got 2 more. So I'm going to say 4-1. Who are my goal scorers going to be? That's another great question. I'm going to say Victor Gyökeres because he's been on fire. I'm going to put him at the double. I'm going to say Saka 1. And I'm going to say Eze 1. So Saka, Eze, Victor Gyökeres are going to be my goal scorers. So yeah, I'm going for a 4-1 victory. Who will score for West Ham? I'm going to say it's going to be Jared Bowen. If not Jared Bowen, could be Mavropanos from a set piece because he's quite good with headers. And he might come back to own Arsenal. But we cannot lose this game. If we lose this game, it could mean the end of the Premier League title if Man City pick it up. We can't even afford to draw. We need to keep winning. We got 3 games. 3 games that are all winnable. Man City had the hardest fixtures out of all of us. Between us and Man City, of course. And I feel like with Man City, they've got a few tough games away. They've got Bournemouth away, which I'm hoping they could do a job on. I was very surprised they lost against Everton, I'll be honest. But this is the Premier League. This is the beauty. Things can change. So yes, let me know thoughts in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. And make sure you tune in for the West Ham watch along this Sunday. Till next time.